There comes a moment in every person's life when comfort becomes more painful than change. A moment when excuses feel heavier than effort. A moment when you look at your reflection and realize, I am capable of more. Growth does not begin when life becomes easy. Growth begins when you decide to stop running from difficulty. This speech is not about motivation that lasts 5 minutes. It is about building a mindset that lasts a lifetime. Be like David Goggins, not in identity, but in discipline. Not in talent, but in mentality. Not in comfort, but in courage. Chapter 1. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Most people wait. They wait for motivation. They wait for confidence. They wait for the right time. But the truth is simple. The right time never comes. Growth starts in imperfect conditions. It starts when you are tired. It starts when you are scared. It starts when you don't feel ready. David Goggins didn't wait to feel strong. He trained while weak. He didn't wait to feel confident. He built confidence through suffering. If you wait until life feels comfortable, you will wait forever. Start now. Start tired. Start afraid. Start anyway. Chapter 2. Discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is logical. Motivation fades when things get hard. Discipline shows up when things get painful. Most people quit because they rely on feelings. But growth requires commitment, not emotion. Be like David Goggins. Do the work when you don't feel like it. Train your mind before your body. Keep promises to yourself. Every time you do what you said you would do, you build self-respect. Every time you quit, you weaken your identity. Ask yourself every day, am I becoming stronger or am I becoming comfortable? Chapter 3. Your mind is the real battlefield. Your biggest enemy is not lack of talent. It is the voice in your head that says, not today. You deserve rest. Others are better than you. That voice sounds logical, but it is the voice of limitation. David Goggins teaches one brutal truth. Your mind will quit long before your body does. Growth means learning to observe that voice and ignore it. You don't argue with it. You don't negotiate with it. You act despite it. Every time you push past mental resistance, your comfort zone dies a little and your strength grows. Chapter 4. Embrace pain as a teacher. Most people avoid pain. But pain is not your enemy. Pain is information. Pain teaches you where you are weak, where you must improve, who you really are under pressure. David Goggins didn't become strong despite pain. He became strong because of it. Growth requires discomfort. If your life is easy, your future will be hard. If your life is hard, your future will be strong. Choose your hard. Chapter 5. Responsibility changes everything. The moment you stop blaming your parents, your past, your environment, other people, you take control. Growth begins when you say, this is my responsibility. David Goggins never waited for someone to save him. He became his own rescue. You don't need perfect support. You need ownership. When you own your failures, you gain power. When you own your future, you gain direction. Chapter 6. Small daily wins build unbreakable confidence. Confidence is not built through words. It is built through actions repeated daily. Wake up when you said you would. Train even when it's uncomfortable. Study even when it's boring. Small wins compound. David Goggins didn't wake up unbreakable. He became unbreakable by doing hard things every single day. Do not underestimate consistency. It will change your life more than talent ever will. Chapter 7: Suffering with Purpose. There is meaningless suffering and there is purposeful suffering. Purposeful suffering is chosen. It builds you. It sharpens you. When you train, study, or work while others quit, you are investing in your future self. Ask yourself, will my future self thank me for today's actions? Be like David Goggins. Suffer now so you don't suffer later. Chapter 8: Stop comparing, start competing with yourself. Comparison destroys growth. There will always be someone faster, smarter, richer. Your only real competition is who you were yesterday. David Goggins doesn't ask, "Am I better than others?" He asks, "Did I give everything I had today?" That question changes everything. Chapter 9: Build a calloused mind. Just like hands develop calluses from hard work, your mind must develop resistance to discomfort. A calloused mind does not panic under pressure, does not quit under stress, does not collapse under failure. You build it by doing hard things repeatedly. Growth is not about avoiding struggle. It is about becoming someone who can handle it. Chapter 10: Identity. Become the person who does quit. Eventually, discipline becomes identity. You are no longer someone trying to improve. You are someone who does not quit. David Goggins is not defined by motivation. He is defined by standards. Set standards for your life. I finish what I start. I do hard things. I don't lie to myself. When quitting is no longer an option, growth becomes inevitable. Conclusion: be like David Goggins. Not because he is famous, not because he is extreme, but because he represents a truth. Your limits are self-created. You don't need more talent. You don't need better conditions. You need more honesty, discipline, and courage. Be like David Goggins. Wake up early. Do the hard work. Face your weaknesses. Build an unbreakable mind. And one day, you will look back and realize you didn't just change your life. You built yourself. Chapter 11: Learn to be alone with effort. Most people are productive only when someone is watching. They work better when they are praised. They push harder when they are encouraged. But real growth happens in silence. When no one sees you. When no one claps. When no one knows how hard it is. David Goggins built his strength alone. Early mornings, late nights, empty roads, quiet suffering. If you can train your mind to work without validation, you become unstoppable. Ask yourself, who am I when no one is watching? That is who you really are. Chapter 12: The Truth About Talent. Talent is overrated. Talent without discipline becomes wasted potential. Talent without pain becomes arrogance. Talent without consistency becomes regret. There are millions of talented people who never did anything meaningful with their lives. Why? Because they stopped when it got uncomfortable. David Goggins was not the most talented. He was the most relentless. Relentlessness beats talent every time. If you show up every day, if you push when it hurts, if you refuse to quit, you will surpass people who started ahead of you. Chapter 13: Master the boring basics. Growth is not glamorous. It is repetition. It is routine. It is boredom done with excellence. Waking up early. Training fundamentals. studying the basics again and again. Most people quit because growth looks boring. David Goggins embraced the boring work. He mastered what others ignored. If you want extraordinary results, you must respect ordinary habits. Chapter 14. Your past is not your identity. Your past may explain you, but it does not define you. What happened to you is not who you are. Many people stay trapped because they keep telling the same story. I grew up poor. I failed before. I'm not built for this. David Goggins rewrote his story through action. You don't change your life by thinking differently. You change your life by acting differently. Every disciplined day is a new page in your story. Chapter 15. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Comfort makes you soft. Comfort makes you slow. Comfort makes you weak. Growth requires friction. Cold mornings, hard workouts, difficult conversations, mental resistance. David Goggins didn't avoid discomfort, he chased it. Not because he loved pain, but because he loved what pain created. If you want to grow, you must stop asking, how can I make this easier? And start asking, how can I make myself stronger? Chapter 16. Build a daily mental battle. Every day is a fight. Not against other people. Not against circumstances. Against yourself. Against laziness. Against excuses. Against fear. Win the morning and you win the day. David Goggins understands this. The first decision of the day sets the tone for everything else. Wake up with intention. Move your body. Challenge your mind. Do not let the day control you, attack it. Chapter 17. Stop seeking comfort, start seeking respect. Comfort feels good now. Respect feels good forever. Respect from others comes and goes. But self-respect stays. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your self-respect grows. Every time you quit, you lose a piece of yourself. David Goggins doesn't chase comfort. He chases standards. Live in a way that makes you proud when no one is around. Chapter 18. Pain reveals character. When life is easy, everyone looks strong. But pressure reveals truth. Pain shows who works, who quits, who adapts, who collapses. David Goggins learned to welcome pressure because it exposed weakness, and weakness is where growth begins. Don't fear hard times. Use them as a mirror. Ask, what is this moment teaching me about myself? Chapter 19. Consistency over intensity. Intensity impresses people. Consistency changes lives. Anyone can go hard for one day. Few can show up for years. David Goggins built his legacy through consistency. You don't need to be extreme. You need to be reliable. Small effort. Every day. No excuses. That is how transformation happens. Chapter 20. Learn to suffer in silence. Not every struggle needs an audience. Not every hardship needs to be shared. Sometimes strength is built quietly. David Goggins didn't broadcast his pain, he used it. Complaining wastes energy. Action builds power. When things get hard, don't talk more. Work more. Chapter 21. Your mind will try to protect you, ignore it. Your brain is designed to keep you safe, not successful. It will tell you to stop. It will exaggerate pain. It will invent excuses. Growth means learning when not to listen. David Goggins calls this mental override. You acknowledge the discomfort and continue anyway. This skill alone can change your life. Chapter 22. Respect the process. Growth takes time. There is no shortcut to discipline. There is no hack for character. Every strong person you admire paid a price. David Goggins didn't become who he is overnight. He became who he is through years of invisible work. Trust the process, even when results are slow. Especially when results are slow. Chapter 23. Turn pain into fuel. Pain can destroy you or build you. The difference is how you use it. David Goggins turns pain into energy. He uses doubt as fuel. He uses criticism as motivation. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "How can this make me stronger?" Chapter 24. Become hard to kill mentally. A strong body is important. A strong mind is everything. Mental toughness means you don't panic easily. You don't quit quickly. You don't break under pressure. David Goggins built a mind that does not negotiate with weakness. You can do the same. One hard decision at a time. Chapter 25. Legacy is built daily. Legacy is not fame. Legacy is who you become. Your habits today shape the person you will be remembered as, even if no one ever knows your name. Be like David Goggins. Live with discipline. Move with purpose. Act with courage. And when life tests you, stand firm.